Guys, welcome to the 14th episode of my Warhammer Conquest review. Reviewing issue 14 this week, surprisingly. No plastic crack this week, which is always a shame, but we've got a dry brush and some Mechanicum standard grey. Dry brush retails at about $5.65, I think. And the Mechanicus grey standard GW rate at $2.55, meaning you're $9.15, no, $9.20 in total. Not saving much, only per pound, but still, any savings are saving. The dry brush is a standard GW dry brush. Little bit rough, but frankly, if you give it a bit of a beating, it will soften up. So, but that is, to be honest, just their dry brushes. They start up a little bit rough, and you kind of got to wear them in before you use them. Another pot of paint, which is nice. Building up the collection, that's going to come in quite handy for dry brushing things like the scenery you got last week and stuff like that. Plus, it's also quite useful for basing if you want to base your models grey. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, standard issue, standard inside cover, signed by that Ian bloke. One day I'll bother to look up who he actually is. I'm sure he's just like someone important, but forevermore he'll be that Ian bloke. Got a nice description of the Imperium. They're using these faction ones to give you more background information about the world. Again, they were giving you rough information last week about the Imperium, about Inquisition and things like that. This one's giving you information about what the Imperium is, some life in the Imperium, how the hierarchy of the Imperium works. As you can see, they've not gone for any sort of like hierarchical diagram as you'd expect. It's more like a Venn diagram with various powers overlapping with various other powers, which as you'd expect makes life incredibly complicated and incredibly difficult within the Imperium. Because whilst the Emperor and the High Lords of Terror technically are in charge of everything else, as a lot of these things have their own individual power outside the remit of the High Lords, and the Emperor doesn't speak much. Got a description there of what the High Lords do, what the Astra Militarum do, what the Adeptus Australis do, and what the Adeptus Mechanicus do, and their place. They've got a description of how the Imperium works in space and how ships work. Got a brief bit on void bowels. That's always worth reading any sci-fi that gives you a description of space battles, because you'd be surprised how much they differ from the hyper-realistic battles where people get blown out into space, into the more Star Trek style battles where ships whoosh and zoom. To your Babylon 5 battles where they have more realistic fighting arcs where they turn and go backwards and things like that. To the ones where you don't even see the enemy. They're pinpricks so far away that you've got to rely on your instruments. That tends to be more the way 40k goes, but as I say, give it a read. It's always worth reading that bit, because people have such massively different opinions about how battles in space would work, and we're never going to know until we actually get there. Here, we've got some instructions on how to paint your armoured containers, and in addition to that, they're starting off with Abaddon Black. Then it's going into dry brushing with the Mechanicum Grey. That's how they're recommending doing it, starting off with a black and dry brushing it with a grey, and then adding highlights. Oh, it's Retributor armour. They painted bits of it gold. I thought it was yellow for a second. I'm thinking, I don't remember getting a bit of yellow. Sorry, I have Tourette's and itchy boobies. But yeah, it goes through quite a bit of detail. If you want more detail on how dry brush, look up the dry brushing tutorial on this channel. I've gone through it quite quickly and quite in depth. It then goes through. It then goes through how to paint your other pieces of scenery. Come here, you. This is my Maxie. He's my son. You say hello, Maxie. Say hello. Okay. I'll sit here so that they can see my face. Okay. Let me get you feeling right. As you can see, they've got some bits on how to paint the ammo cases, if indeed that's what they are. They're general storage cases, and how those will look good in the Nurgle green, which the Nurgle green works well for everything. Hey, you right? What's the matter? You're not feeling well? Okay. Careful now. I'm just going to move you to the side so that people can see Daddy a bit better, okay? Or maybe I'll move this to the side so you can see me. That is a piece of plastic, Maximus, that I was using to scratch build earlier. There's a photo of a knight going up on the Facebook page I'm trying to scratch build. It looks awful compared to a real knight, but check it out. It's stuff that I do. Got another mission, this time Courage and Honour. It's nice to see they're taking the opportunity on this one to allow you to use more of the forces that you've got. So instead of teaching you the new rules for the new model, they're letting you have some more fun with the models you've got. You've got the intercessor squads there. As somebody rightly pointed out, the data sheets for a lot of these new squads actually allow you to use them in the setups that you have available, and the easy to build setups rather than the setups that are in your codex. So you can use up 2 to 3 rather than having to use up to 5 to 10 when you haven't got that many models yet, which is nice. As far as I'm aware, it's an official GW product, so they are legitimate. So it actually adds to the ability to use those models in all 40k games, with them being the same, with it being a legitimate GW product. Bok bok. You beating me up? Okay. Got the mission there. Secure the deck. Maxie, can you get out with the camera? Thank you. And then some special rules, Maxie. Some special rules for the scenery you've got, allowing you to. Yep, you've got the barrels of Promethean barrels. It's going over no fear, and it uses the ammo dump. Shh, Maxie. Maxie. Where do naughty boys live? In the poo? Yeah. Okay. For example, the ammo dump gives you +1, models within 1 inch of it gets +1 to their saves. Any model in 2 inch of an ammunition crate re-rolls hits of 1 in the shooting phase. So that gives you a bonus because you've got more ammo to waste, I guess. And then, yep, the Promethean barrels, the fuel dump, as you would expect. Each time you make a saving throw, roll a 7+, roll a 6+1 for being in cover. For a model with 1 inch of the fuel barrel in the shooting phase, on a score run, that model's unit suffers a mortal wound as the fuel barrels blow up. Yes, I know, you spilled milk on yourself. Okay. The inside back page is everything we expect. Right. Next week we're looking at another Nurgle special thing with the Biologicus Putrefier. That looks really cool. And then the week after, what we're looking at is 2 Intercessors, 2 Hellblasters, which are the first Hellblasters we got, and an Inceptor, a single Inceptor. That's a little weird. We are getting something new. That is building our 3-man squads of Intercessors up to 5-man squads, and assumingly we'll get a 3-man squad of Hellblasters at some point. Not sure what the 1 Interceptor is. I'm assuming they'll be broken down to stuck with other people, but that's going to bring us up to 5-man squads, which is going to allow us to operate codex ready teams of the Intercessor unit, and it'll bring us codex ready when the other 3 Hellblasters come out. But Hellblasters as well, so expect the next issue to include a lot of plasma fun. all in all, it's never as much fun when you don't get plastic crack. You're not saving as much money with this one. But still, good savings. What you're getting is useful to... No. What you're getting is useful to both sides and to anybody who even hasn't been collecting the magazine. This and this silly ones are ones you can just go out and grab at random. And you are still saving, as I say, about £1.20 or £1.21 if you include the penny. So it is still a saving of about 10%. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you for the next one. Maxie, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.